You know what I'm talking about? It was good with the people, babe. It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people out there, man? You know what I'm talking about? How's y'all doing on this, what is it? Minute Moments. You know what I'm talking about? Minute Moments Monday. You know what I'm talking about, man? What's good, people like hee hee ha ha. You know what I'm talking about? Ken in the pen, man. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on the top of that thing, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? Keep your head up. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about? Bruh up a little bit early. Got something to do. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I got some business to handle. You know what I'm talking about? Early this morning. You know what I'm talking about? Did I say kid in the pen, man? Did I? I don't know, but if I didn't, go get that stick up in stores now, man. You can go get you one off of 76 in the MacArthur Giants Liquor. You can go get you one off of 82nd Hillside, the barbershop. They say somebody putting them in their stores in the hundreds. Thank you, young man. You know what I'm talking about? You can come to baby cuz. You know what I'm talking about? I got him. You know what I'm talking about? There's more where that came from. You know what I'm talking about? So you can just holler at me. If all else fails, you can go to Amazon. You know what I'm talking about? Get you a hardback. You know what I'm talking about, right? Uh-oh. You know what I'm talking about, man? Swing that finger, man. Come on, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide. Incorporated. Worldwide. INC Worldwide Incorporated. What that mean, baby? Cuz it means everybody. You know what I'm talking about, man? And Dugu Fresh, Mike, Lil Rue, not Lil Rue, Lil Rue, Tata the player. That's who comes next, man. Same thing, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on the top of that thing, man. Everybody who incarcerated, everybody who ain't. You know what I'm talking about? Keep that head up, keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. Let's get through these disclaimers. You know, good brother like myself. Good brother like myself. I don't I don't I don't promote no drug users. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no drug sellage. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no alcohol consumption. You know what I'm talking about? Don't take a sip of the sippage. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no crime. No, I don't promote no violence. Nah, you know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no domestic violence. No, I'll keep your hands off them people. He don't talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Don't, you know what I'm talking about. Promote, you know what I'm talking about. No. Negativity, you know what I'm talking about. Nah, you know what I'm talking about. Me, man, I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about. They was talking to me. I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about. Not shit. You know what I'm talking about. Nah. Me, I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about. Me, all I promote is y'all. Go ahead and do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. We don't know how much we got. You know what I'm talking about? But a good fella like me, I ain't prejudiced. Nah, you know what I'm talking about? You talking to a good fella like myself, I ain't got nothing against sex different. Nah, you know what I'm talking about? Me, I don't got nothing against the little people. You know what I'm talking about? Me, I ain't got nothing against nobody. You know what I'm talking about? They was talking to me. I love everybody. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest. You know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace. You know what I'm talking about? That joy. You know what I'm talking about? And that love. You know what I'm talking about? That love. You know what I'm talking about? That love. You know what I'm talking about? Back to the YouTube community, man. You with me? Come on over here, man. Come fuck with your partner. Hey, check it out, man. Hey, man. Come fuck with a nigga one time. You know what I'm talking about? Man, what's good with the people? Man, I ain't got a bunch, but I got some shit to do this morning, man. Some grub at the crack of dawn, you know what I'm talking about, man. How's you doing this morning, man? What's good with the people? What's good with the people, man? You know what I'm talking about? How's y'all doing on this minute moment Monday, man? You say, bro, what did you talking about? I'm finna get into it in just a minute, man. Shout out to everybody who ain't never had acne but still need a bump. Would you happen to have one? I see. Fuck it. You know what I'm talking about? Now, minute moment, man. Let me hurry up because I got to get on down the road. You know what I'm talking about? I say, bro, what you talking about, minute moment? It's just that. You know, somehow we done gotten these times where people just looking to have a moment for a minute. You know what I'm talking about? Don't nothing else care. I'm talking about the world. You know what I'm talking about? Don't nothing else matter. I just want my moment for a minute. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, that's cool. Listen, whatever you do is cool. You know what I'm talking about? If that's what you do, if that's what you want, it's cool. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just talking about me and the shit I sees from bruh's eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Now that's cool. Now as y'all seen, we just had a situation. Everybody was in their moment, wasn't they, man? It lasted a little bit longer than a minute too. Then the clock ran out. You feel what I'm saying? Minute moment it'll be the equivalent to a one-hit wonder. You know what I'm talking about? Now you can use your minute moment, man, and turn that motherfucker into a lifetime. You know what I'm talking about? And if you ever get your moment for a minute, that's what you should be looking to do. You know what I'm talking about? Turn that minute into a lifetime. You know what I'm talking about? But don't get in the habit of just looking for your moment for a minute. Because there ain't no telling how long it's going to take you to get to your next minute. Yeah, I'm just telling you how it is, man. I'm just telling you how it is. That's why, like I was saying yesterday, man, on that promote yourself, you always gonna be your brand. You know what I'm talking about? You always gonna be your brand. You been your brand. I'm talking to people in my area, you know what I'm talking about? You been your brand since the dope game, bro. You feel me? If you didn't have no money, could you go to somebody and get through 9? A whole one? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. Could you? You know what I'm talking about? Right now, if you didn't have no money in your pocket to buy the weed, could you go to the weed man and tell him to give you 2-3 zips? Or are you gonna say no, because we did that before, and then you didn't hold up your end of the bargain? Yeah, I don't know. Fire pop. I don't know. I don't know who you is. I don't know what you do. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, I don't know. Could you do it? You know what I'm talking about? I only know what I could do. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, minute moments, man. Don't get caught up in that shit. And if you do happen to get your moment for a minute, turn that motherfucker into a lifetime. Turn that motherfucker into some hours, bruh. You know what I mean? Because they got crafty games going on out here. You know what I'm talking about? Crafty games going out here amongst the world, bruh. And they really turning everybody into each other. That's why you don't really get no more in the, nobody's really striving to be the, I ain't gonna say to be the first, because everybody's striving to be the first, but they just striving to be the first one to be looked at. They want to be recognized. But nobody's striving to do their own thing. You get what I'm saying? And I'm talking about life. You know what I'm talking about? I tell you when I get to start talking about social media and YouTube and shit. But everybody just, they in a rush to look like the next person. They just in a rush to do the same thing. You get what I'm saying? There is no more creativity. It's just damn near like the movies. You know why it ain't that really, you know why it ain't that really, no more really good movies left? You know what I'm talking about? Because they ain't making new movies. They keep remaking the old ones. You know what I'm talking about? And if you like the old one, you ain't gonna even really like the remake. You liked it the first one you saw. God damn. You know what I mean? People be the first one they saw. Like I say, I'm just talking about, you know what I'm talking about? Nigga been his own brand since he been selling dope. You know what I'm talking about? I done had times when my brand didn't went down. You know what I'm talking about? Brand had no good dope. They knew it. You know what I'm talking about? Bread dope was double rap. You know what I'm talking about? It'd be ever double rap or rock. You know what I'm talking about? Bread dope used to be dope rapping all that. I ain't always had good products. I'm just telling you how it is, man. But once I found that shit, man, you know what I mean? I start realizing that was my brand, you know what I mean? So I just went on to step my game up just a little bit, you know what I'm talking about? And that's what I did. You feel me? But on this minute moment Monday, don't strive for no 15 seconds of fame, man. You know what I'm talking about? Don't strive for no 15 seconds of fame. That shit lasts 15 seconds. Now, after your 15 seconds is up, what you do after that, you know what I'm talking about, with all your, whatever you gain from your moment, you know what I'm talking about, make that shit last. But don't aspire to be everybody else, bruh. Be yourself. Now I'm finna start talking about YouTube. You know what I'm talking about? Looking ass nigga. But look, like YouTube, right? And I'm just talking about me. Now, this is why I don't do that shit. You know, you'll talk to anybody in the YouTube. They'll tell you, you got to do this. You got to talk about this. You got to do this. And they talking about algorithms and all this. And this is just the way I always thought. Like, this is why I don't do that shit. I'm not going to use my time talking about anybody else but me. You know, I'm talking about this shit I want to talk about. You know what I'm talking about? Either they going to catch it or they not. You know what I'm talking about? But when that, you know what I'm talking about, I'm just going to become an algorithm. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not going to use nobody else's name to make people look at me. I'm just not. To say my whole motherfucking thing was about Chevy Chase, you know what I'm talking about? And I got real popular talking about me some Chevy Chase, you know what I'm talking about? Then Chevy Chase ain't nothing to talk about no more, you know what I'm talking about? I can't even open my mouth. Now I gotta go find somebody else and hope I can spark, you know what I'm talking about? I just ain't gonna do that shit, you know what I'm talking about? If you do it, salute to you, you know what I'm talking about? I'm just gonna talk about me until I become an algorithm. You know what I'm talking about? If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. You know what I'm talking about? Then I'm just gonna live my life like I've been doing for the last 40 some odd years. You know what I'm talking about? It's just gonna be one or the other, man. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not doing nobody else, man. I'm not. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a what they call that? I'm a personal. I don't even know what they call it. I'll find out in a few seconds. Specialize. I'm a specialize in me. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't finna be nobody else specialist. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna be my own specialist. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm gonna do. Now, if you wanna do something else, more power to you. I'm just telling you why I don't do it, man. You get what I'm saying? Because I've always thought something like this. You know how everybody always talking about everything else? What happens when there is nothing else to talk about? That's why I'm just gonna start off talking about me, and I'm gonna end up, you know, I'm talking about what y'all talking about him. I'm gonna start talking about me first till it catch on. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta make yourself the popular thing, man. Cause all you ever gonna do with that shit right there, you just gonna give everybody else free promotion. You know what I'm talking about? You're not even talking about yourself. So it ain't even like motherfucker, they come to you to hear about other people, what you know about somebody else. They don't even come to you to what you know about yourself, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So they really not paying attention to you. They paying attention to something that you know about somebody else. I don't want it like that. I don't want to have to use nobody else's name in my title, or I just don't want to have to do that. I want to come up with my own shit. You know what I'm talking about? I just want to come up with whatever the fuck I would do. You know what I'm talking about? Until that catch on or it don't. You know what I'm talking about? Just like when I had 2 for 10s. You know what I'm talking about? It caught on. Yeah, it caught on. You get what I'm saying? But before that, that was unheard of, nigga. Motherfuckers was selling solids. Niggas was looking at me. I wish I would stand around here, nigga, when there's hundreds and thousands of dollars are floating around, nigga. And I'm out here with these little ass rocks trying to get $5. You know what I'm talking about? You know, what I thought? I always thought it's more motherfuckers that's gonna have $5 than the hundreds and thousands. You know what I'm talking about? So I just came trying to get the people what they want. They wanted it. Yeah, they wanted it. You get what I'm saying, man? And that shit right there. So that's why this one is a Minute Moment Monday, man. I ain't chasing no moment for no goddamn minute. You know what I'm talking about, man? I've been in the game, man. You get what I'm saying? I've been on the clock, just like we all have. I've been on the clock in the game, man, on life. You get what I'm saying? Really, the game is life. But I was just saying the game that everybody else called the game. You get what I'm saying? But this Minute Moment Monday, man. And I don't know if my shit gonna cut off or if it ain't, but if it do, always remember, you know what I'm talking about? It don't cost nothing to show a little bit of love, you know what I'm talking about? But go get your moment, bruh. But don't be looking for no minute moment. You know what I'm talking about? That's why you just come from the ground up. You get what I'm saying? You come from the ground up, so when you get there, you gonna last more than a minute. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's gonna take you hella long. You know what I'm talking about? From the ground up. You know what I'm talking about? But when you get there, you'll be established. You get what I'm saying? You just will. So don't get caught up in the times and what you could do right now, man, because it all boils down to people trying to get other people to look at them. They more focused on that, what they could do to get everybody to look at them, than focusing on just doing what the fuck you gonna do. You know what I'm talking about? 2 for 10. You know what I'm talking about? Then they'll come around. You know what I'm talking about? Want to spin. You know what I'm talking about? Just come up with your own thing, man. Whatever it is, or not y'all, you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? Because if you sit there and you keep putting now listen, I'm just talking about this is how I sees it from my own eyes. You know what I'm talking about? You just keep sitting around there putting other people's names in your title, or you your whole shit is just something else. You know what I'm talking about? You gonna get the people used to looking at something else. You know what I'm talking about? When you can get the people used to looking at you. You know what I'm talking about? That's just why I'm not scared to be myself. And it's like that in life, bruh. You ain't gotta do what everybody else do. You can get there yourself, man. Nigga. Whatever the first shoe company was. I don't know, what was it? Reebok, Adidas, nigga. They laughed at Nike. You know what I'm talking about? And Nike laughs, you know what I'm talking about? But look at everybody who ain't hearing no more. BK, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, you can find them, you know what I'm talking about? All that shit that just ain't hearing no more. You get what I'm saying? They had a moment for a minute, trying to compete. they was making the BKs and the Troops and all that shit. That shit was looking just like the Adidas and the Reeboks, wasn't it? You know what I'm talking about? Pro Wings. You know what I'm talking about? Make your own shoe. And they made a shoe that looked like this one. Why? You'd be surprised. They got niggas wearing Crocs now. Make your own shoe. You know what I'm talking about? You'll be surprised what the people like. You been fucked around and made a shoe and one of them other people like your shoes. You know what I'm talking about? Now everybody like your shoes. You know what I'm talking about? Man? Ain't no telling. But just do you. You know what I'm talking about? So whether they like it or they don't like it, man, it's you. You know what I'm talking about? It's your own shit. You know what I'm talking about? Don't get caught up trying to be everybody else, man. It just, you know what I'm talking about? It's just like me come up here talking about Chevy Chase. When Chevy Chase ain't around no more, what I'm going to talk about? That's why you start off, you know what I'm talking about? You look them dead in their eyes, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all see brush still, the shit won't come off. How did you see it? Fuck it, you know what I'm talking about? But you look them dead in their eyes, you know what I'm talking about? How you bring them you like this, you know what I'm talking about? And you just give them a full dose of you. Don't teach the people of you. You know what I'm talking about, man? That's why I can't talk about nothing but me. I just can't. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna bring you this shit from bruh's own eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Cause you been fucked around and got your moment. That motherfucker been the last a minute. And you see what happened to the world? Everybody just got their minute. And look what they back to doing. Breaking in houses. You know what I'm talking about? Snatching the purses. You know what I'm talking about? They back to all the chaos again. You know what I'm talking about? Because they minute over. You got some motherfuckers, boy, they created some hours off their minutes, didn't they? You know what I'm talking about, man? Create some hours off your minutes, bruh. Be you, always. Never be scared to be you. Because when you everybody else, this is what you got to realize, bruh. You got 150 million motherfuckers trying to be everybody else, too. You know what I'm talking about? So when you do come with everybody else, you just look the same as everybody else. You know what I'm talking about? Now they trying to find which, man, it's the same shit. That's why you be you, stand out. You know what I'm talking about? Stand out. You know what I'm talking about? Stand out. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you stand out, then you be in the crowd telling them to stand down. You know what I'm talking about? You know, you ever jumped in the crowd like they used to do at the rock and roll concerts and just, what they call it, crowd surfing, you know what I'm talking about? You up there just floating, people handing you down, ain't you, till you get back to the stage, man. Go on, hey, man, go on and jump off the motherfucking stage as you, though. You know what I'm talking about? Just do. Jump off the stage as you. You get what I'm saying, man? Always be you. You know what I'm talking about? Don't spend your time trying to figure out how you could do it like somebody else. Nah. Spend your time thinking about how you can do it like you, because when you do it, you're going to be the first one that did it. You know what I'm talking about, man? You just is. That's why it's important to be you. You know what I'm talking about? That's why it's important to be you. I was just watching a Mortal Kombat movie, right? You know, I'm one of them niggas, when I be watching movies, man, I just be catching the dialogue. It be cold sometimes. It was one of the Mortal Kombat movies. They brought the baby back, right? The baby was that nigga bloodline. That nigga came back from hell. He didn't kill the bad guy. It was time for him to go back to hell, man. He turned around and looked at the baby, told that nigga, make sure you take care of my bloodline. nigga, it's on you now, nigga. Make sure you take care of my bloodline. You know what I'm talking about, man? And he went back to where he had to go. You know what I'm talking about? Trusting in the baby was gonna do him. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And with that one right there, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember it don't cost nothing. Just to show a little bit of love.